Hi everyone, this is Ronnie. This is a life update video. I'm still here in Thailand. I'm at like 101 or 102 days of mangoes, whatever. I'll need to check that. Um, I'll be going home soon. And obviously, so some of you that have been following my channel, you know Aubrey, that's been in my videos that I've been with for the last 9 months. And we're no longer together basically, and she's gone home. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to mention. So she won't be in any of the videos, I guess, going forward, just in case you're wondering where did she disappear to, you know? Um, yeah, but nothing bad's happened. Um, we don't, we've not really fallen out that badly or whatever. She's home. We're still in touch. We're still in touch, so it's not falling out in a big bad way. But I think the relationship wasn't working out in a number of ways, especially for her, and she wasn't as happy as she could be a lot of the time, and I think wasn't feeling like herself, like she maybe wasn't feeling like she could be herself or feel herself or you know that kind of thing. And we did have some disagreements on stuff like some fundamental things, and we're both into the raw vegan lifestyle, but we have different perspectives on it. And that could be a bit difficult at times as well, which is weird because usually the problem is you're dating someone or you go to on a date with someone and they're like drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, doing all this stuff, and you're like, gee, we're not on the same page at all here, right? And I think sometimes you could still have a great connection with someone in that situation. I really think that can go beyond diet and anything else. But I think it's quite a good thing if you have similar outlook, if you're at a similar point with your diet and lifestyle. Um, Meeting Aubrey was amazing, and us getting together, it was kind of like, it felt to me like a film or something. It was a weird, like, weird group of events, I suppose, that came together, met her at Woodstock. I really was, I'd already booked a flight to go home and I was like kind of needed to go home, and she basically convinced me to stay. Well, I was still going to go, but something kind of some kind of magic told me to stay. And I just remember even that first night we stayed, we went to see this gig by a guy called Mike Love, and it was just brilliant. No, I don't know if you know Mike Love, but he's a fantastic musician. But it was in a small club, so we're right basically at the front, and one of his songs just really blew me away. But the whole set was great. One of his songs, I can't remember the name of it. I'll find it. Um, and I just thought, yeah, this was right. I remember in that moment thinking, this was right. But I always felt like there was something slightly missing about a relationship, and I always felt there was something like that wasn't quite there yet. But I wanted it to happen, right? I thought, and then at moments I would feel like it was getting there, and but we had, we like any relationship, I guess we had disagreements, we had small fallings out. We did break up a couple of times previously. Most of it was, she initiated it most of the time, and sometimes didn't see eye to eye about a whole bunch of stuff. Uh, but she was a really great help in the last while. She helped out a lot with the festival, so she's not working on that now, and I'm behind. Some of you that are maybe waiting for an email from me or whatever, I know I'm behind with things and I'm sorry. But I'm getting to that. And we travelled together in the US for a bit, and it was a great, there's a lot of stories in it and all that. There's a lot of great moments. We were both raw at the time, and it was funny even then. Like she didn't quite like the way I was raw, But she sort of pushed me to do it better and be better, so that was good. Um, and then she ended up coming back to Scotland. She didn't particularly enjoy it there. We went to Rome, that was cool. You might have saw some of the videos there. And then we ended up coming here just because, it was like, well, where are we going to be together? Because I can only go to the US for so long, she can only go to the UK for so long. And I knew friends out here, and I think Tom was out here, and I said, well, let's go to Thailand, and we ended up coming to Thailand, and her friend Derek came with her, and um, we ended up in Koh Phangan because a friend got in touch, Louise got in touch and said, everyone's in Koh Phangan, you got to come down to Koh Phangan, so came down. So I ended up on this island, never, didn't really intend on being here, I don't think, I think the original plan was to go to Chiang Mai, but the Chiang Mai there was like the burning season. Then we were meant to go to Bali, and that didn't happen. And I've been stuck on this island for like 4 months. We weren't meant to stay here, and we were meant to go back to the US last month. And it's just like this COVID-19 thing just. It is the worst thing to have ever happened to the planet Earth. Virtually, that's what it feels like. Well, that's totally over the top, but I just think it's just been personally, like it's a lot of bullshit. Like it just so happened the public panicked. The media kept on fueling the fire. The governments had to do something. They had to look like they were a government. And so the governments had to do something about it. And then the media, like, chronicling all the numbers of the deaths and all that. I mean, deaths are dramatic. So it's like, oh my God, 300 people died of coronavirus today, right? And it's bad. It's obviously bad. But you have a country of like 60 million people, and 300 people die of the virus. Does that mean that the other 60 million people should stop? I mean, and you might say to yourself, yeah, it does. It does. We should save those 300 people. I know it's 40,000, but I'm talking daily figures here. Yeah, but we never do it any other time. That's the thing. Like, we never ever close for the flu. Usually, we never close for, and I get what you're going to say. It's not the flu. It's worse than the flu. It's like, it's a little bit worse than the flu, but it's basically a bad flu. The year 2014-15, 30,000 people died of the flu in England. The 2014-15 flu season, we didn't close. Nothing closed. There was no compassion for those 30,000 people. There was no clapping for the NHS. And right now, it's around 30,000 people that have died in England of coronavirus. If they have actually died of coronavirus and not just with coronavirus, which is another kind of controversial thing, we don't really know about the numbers. And I do think it's spread way more than they think. I think it's spread like wildfire through the population, and the vast majority of people haven't had an issue with it. Okay, that's my little personal perspective on it. It's basically based on like the science of like how respiratory viruses work. They spread, you can't stop that. And a small amount of people die. That's how it kind of works with every virus and flu and so on. The idea is this is a new one, so more people die, there's no immunity to it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but definitely like 3% of the people that got it didn't die. Like it was never anywhere near that. There was millions of people that had this thing before lockdown. And that's the Imperial College of London that have said that. About 1.5 million people probably had it by the time of lockdown in the UK. 1.5 million. Within a couple of days, that would have went up to 3 million, 4 million. It's a virus. It goes viral. That's how it works. Like, you can try and slow it down if you like, locking down and all that. But it never got as bad as they expected it to be. Uh, but now that everyone thinks it's bad, everything has to stay locked down until they open. And even like there's 15 people died or something in the UK a couple of days ago. It's still bad. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm sorry those 15 people died. Should 60 million people be not be able to meet because of that? Well, we just usually we don't bother. So um, anyway, that's my frustrations about that. I think some of that has brought out some of the stressed parts of me, and I think I've been grumpy. I think I've been not that great to be around, but I don't really blame that on our situation. Uh, she's been a great, teacher and all that, and showed me a lot and helped me with a lot of things, pushed me a lot to be better in different ways, and pushed me to come out here, I guess, which is has been good. I don't really want to be a traveller. I don't really want to, but I almost feel like I get pushed into being on all like I end up going to all these places. I don't mean to. It kind of happens a little bit, and I don't want it to happen again. Um, so it's all good, and I've met some great people here. There's been some nice experiences. I do recommend this place. I'd like to have seen it without the lockdown. Thailand did a lockdown which was just bizarre. I mean, we're talking about a country that is once again the size of the UK, and they had like 4,000 cases. So UK's had 400,000 cases, official cases. Of course, millions of people have had it. Millions of people have had coronavirus in the UK, probably tens of millions. Um, the people that say, oh, that's not possible or whatever, or only 5% of the population had it, like, it's a respiratory virus. It goes viral. It doesn't stop just because people put a mask on, or like, oh, we're going to go to the supermarket, but we're going to stay apart. Like, no, it spreads. And it only has to spread from one person to one person for it to spread through millions of people very quickly. And that's what we saw. That's why it's obviously not very. Anyway, why do I keep on going on about that? Uh, anyway, people. Um, yeah, it'd be nice to see Koh Phangan. Yeah, Thailand lockdown. I don't think that made such a big difference. It meant that we couldn't go to Bali. We couldn't. We wanted to go to Bali and a few other places and try and live a life, and things were going pretty good up to the lockdown, right? The international lockdown fiasco and all this stuff. And it's I guess it's meant that it's I don't know. We weren't really able to see the good side of this island, I suppose, and only recently have I saw glimpses of what it might be like without the lockdown. Because we came here and things were already pretty much like we came to Koh Phangan. Koh Phangan is famous for the Full Moon Festival, which is like a huge dance party. And I'm not really a dance party guy, but I would probably have went to it, for to have some fun or whatever. But I don't drink alcohol, so I would have went for the spectacle maybe, or just to see what goes on. It's on an amazing beach called Hadrin, really beautiful beach, really great ocean, and and when we arrived on the island, it had been cancelled. And at that time, I'm like, oh man, why are they cancelling? Like, and I wasn't going to go to the party, but I'm just like, why are they why are they cancelling this thing? Um, Not that long into being here, there was a curfew, so you couldn't go out until after or before 10, till before 10. And what else? Then the beaches started to close, and then you would find a beach that wasn't closed, and you would go to that beach. Then it would get closed, and then the gatherings would get closed, and like on Zen Beach each night, people would all meet up at the sunset and they would play drums, and it was like a really cool moment, real cool thing. That got closed. We tried to have like the Fruit Lux, those got closed basically, and we got moved on, and the restaurants were closed, and it was just like, and there was no one on this island that had it. There was no cases of COVID. Thailand was went bonkers, right? Thailand went mad. Thailand was just like, what's the rest of the world doing? We should do it, even though it's not happening to us. Like, it just went mad. Thailand, which is a country that probably has had more Chinese tourists coming in and out of Wuhan than almost anyone else. Somehow, COVID-19 just decided not to happen in Thailand, really. Um, there was, as I say, I think it's like 4,000 registered cases, 50 deaths, most of those tourists. The Thai people just like didn't get it, and people didn't get it. And yeah, you can say, oh, Thai people wear masks and Thai people do this and that, and there's, it's a hot country and people eat a lot of fruit here. Like, it's not that difficult to work it out. People are a bit healthier here, I think. Um, but also, they might have tried to show less numbers. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they did have more deaths, but the hospital here in Koh Phangan, the guy was. It's funny. The guy running the hospital, or whatever. They're like, "So how many cases have you got?" He's like, "None. Not got anyone." So how come? Why is this like lockdown? Like why? Well, it's a dangerous virus. Yeah, but no one's got it. So why are we locked down? Literally like no one on this island had it. Bizarre stuff. So anyway, the visas got extended. We were able to stay in the country. Like, you shouldn't be able to stay in Thailand for 3 months on a 4 months on a just because you arrive, right? So I've been living here, been like living in Koh Phangan, Thailand for like 4 months. Um, and what can I say? I don't hate it. I certainly don't. I don't hate it. But when I first arrived here, I really struggled to enjoy it, and I think that did kind of affect Aubrey a little bit. That like I was being a bit grumpy, I was being stressed, I was not liking where we were living at certain points, and I was getting stressed about things, and I was getting angry at like this place and the people of this place, and I didn't really deal with it very well. And I got stressed with the whole situation, and then I've just kind of surrendered to it, I guess. Like, this is what it is. I really want to get this summer over and done with in terms of the festival stuff. I want to get to the festival. I want to make it amazing for the people there and get through the festival, and then like sit down and evaluate life after that. And until then, that's the weight that's on me, is just like trying to make sure the festival goes as well as it can. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great, but it's going to be so different this year. It's going to be different. It might be different. It might be so different that it's a lot better. There's going to be some changes and some different things that are like, this actually might be way better like this. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all that right now. Um, but I'm just kind of rambling, I guess. I hope you don't mind. Uh, so when Aubrey wanted to split up and wanted to go back home, I didn't really fight it too much, or maybe even at all. And maybe I should have. I don't know, but I just had seen that she wasn't feeling at her best. She wasn't feeling she was living, her best life, or enjoying life the way she should, or being able to be the person she wanted to be, or whatever it was that she felt. that this relationship wasn't really working out for for in that way, and I just knew that like there's not really anything I can do about it. You know, I can't like the well, yeah. There's nothing really for me to change, I guess. Um, I think we both tried quite hard to make the relationship work. Uh, I would say very hard, you know, and now I guess I've got a bit more of an insight because I've not really been in a lot of relationships, so I've got a bit of an insight as to I don't know, like the what are the important things, I suppose, and the things that have to be there, have to be in place, and the things that for me are important, and so I've thought about that a bit more. Um, but anyway, like I think she's great, fantastic. I don't know if I was saying, I don't know if I've used this video to talk about. Um, if you do, like Aubrey is a masterful healer, bodywork person, like massage, but it goes beyond that. You know, she's not just a massage therapist; she is like a master with the body and how it works and how to heal different things and how touch can be used to release emotions, release energies. Like I experienced a lot with her. I had so many. I had like a lifetime's worth of high level, really high level healing with her. Like I would literally say like a lifetime, and it felt like lifetimes of healing were going on when she was doing work. And the thing about Aubrey with her work is the intention behind it is very obvious and is very can be felt. So it would be sad to me when I would see people not take advantage of her skill because obviously I knew, but I'm kind of biased, I guess. But she's by miles the best person I've ever experienced at that stuff, and has a healing touch or a massage touch or whatever you want to call it that is really, really refined, really high level. Um, I wouldn't be surprised, and I would say this to her. I would say like, I think you're the best in the world at this. Like, I think you're one of the best in the world at this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, you know, you hear about magic healers and different people out there, and usually they're kind of disappointing. Let's face it. You know, it's a lot of it's like a lot of fluff, and she was legitimate. She is legitimate, incredibly high level. If you live near her, if you get a chance to meet her, um, and you need that, you need some healing or some massage or some touch and all that, some healing touch, whatever you want to call it. She is the best. From my perspective, like she is the best, and you'd be better off going to her than like a chiropractor or, you know, physical therapist. I've met these kind of characters as well, like the, you know, people with all the letters behind their name and all the qualifications and all the stuff and all the magic gadgets and devices and all that. And none of them, to me, none of them were on her level. So I just want to pass that on in case you get a chance to meet her. She is a really great person. I don't have any regrets. I certainly don't regret the relationship. Um, uh, Not that it didn't have it, you know, problems and challenges and struggles and all that stuff, but I made the choice to be in it, and I made the choice to stay with her, and I made the choice to try and make it work as much as possible, um, and I'm glad that it happened. and it has transformed me, I think, for the better. And I think most people around me, or most people that, some of you that are watching my videos, a lot of people have been saying that I look better, I look healthier, and that's a lot of that was her encouragement. I think even like the mango fast that I've done and different things, part of that was, she never had anything but total support for that. Because that was the kind of, she kind of thought that was cool anyway, and something that she would do. So she would always be like, just keep going. Like, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. Why stop? Because I would say, I feel quite good, and she would just go, just keep doing it. She was never like, oh, come on, let's just go to the restaurant, have raw food, gourmet or whatever. She never did anything like that. So she's totally supportive of. She was really she was always really supportive of trying to make me take my raw vegan diet to the next level and not just be like having pasteurized juice now and again or something or whatever. She would just be like, no, you should just be eating fruit or whatever. So uh, I love Aubrey, and I'll probably see her again at some point. If she stays in the whole raw vegan thing. We do have things that we disagree with about around the raw food thing and around health, around a few things, and I some of that was some of the most kind of weirdly was kind of some of the most difficult stuff, I guess. Um, that we had some real different opinions and stuff, and but just the same as you guys, a lot of you guys are raw vegan. You don't agree with everything I say. You put comments below saying, no, that's different to my experience. That's not what I get. That's not what I've learned. We have different ideas, and who can say exactly what's right. But I've had a lot of experience in this, and I've seen a lot of mistakes, and I'm just trying to share. I'm just trying to stop some of you making some mistakes I've seen people make, like basic things, and I'm not. It's frustrating to me. It's never out of some kind of control thing, or I'm not trying to be the guru. I'm not trying to be your guru. I really don't know how to be a guru, but I've seen a lot of people make the same mistakes again and again, and humans are vulnerable to these mistakes. And I'm just there trying to say to people, like, you can go down that path, but there's nothing down there. You know, you can go way down that path, and you're gonna end up kind of realizing you have to come all the way back because there's nothing down there. And that's what I feel about certain things, and we disagreed about stuff when it came to that stuff. So that's where I'm at, everyone, and yeah, I don't really know what much more to say about it. Um, I get the feeling that I'm still to fully process this whole thing, because I feel like a little bit numb around it. Like I've not really thought about it fully, and um, because I'm just so into the fruit festival thing right now, and I need to work out exactly what's happening with that and make sure it comes out the best for everyone. And I'm just trying to go forward in life, and keep going, and keep things going well, and staying healthy and all that, and getting home safe, and quarantining for 14 days, which is going to be fun. Uh, so, yeah, okay. So anyway, thank you. That's my life update video, and you don't have to like. I'm all good. I'm fine. I'm going forward in life. I'm quite a positive person, really, and I think things will work out for the best. And um, I, I'm looking forward to life. I'm not looking back into the past too much. It's done. I did my best in the moment. I tried to be as good a boyfriend or whatever as I could, you know, tried to live life as well as I could, but, you know, you can't be the right person for everyone, you know, so that's how it works sometimes. So thank you for watching, and thanks for the support, and thanks for following the channel and all that kind of stuff. So I'll see you in the next video.